changing the fundamental of everything. If you were to say that there is no risk, like you just take away risk from everything. That's not how the question works. I thought we were already recording.
Well, I recorded that last little bit.
Welcome to Brain versus Brown.
I'm Brown.
I'm Brain. Welcome back. I'm a little more chipper than last week. We're gonna try to keep this mood.
Welcome to episode 2.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
We hope you enjoy, and we're gonna get straight to it.
I'm gonna try.
Oh wait, no, we gotta do punishment.
I'm gonna try not to get upset with you. Punishments.
Yeah. Punishments.
I take back what I just said.
Okay, so anonymous decision. I won last week.
Yeah, it took a whole week to figure out that Isaac won. He beat me.
No, I mean we all knew it. We all knew it. Let's be honest, okay? We all knew it. I won. So, Derek, what is your punishment?
I have to eat crayons and decide which one tastes the best.
Oh, you sweet child. Yes, you do.
So that Isaac can get some kind of satisfaction out of it.
I think everybody's going to get satisfaction out of that.
Except me.
Nobody cares about you.
All
right.
All right. Well, that'll be for. We will get that on camera. I will eat the crayons, and I like it.
We'll tag it on to the end of this video.
I'm not prepared for this video to eat crayons. Okay, debate me. Here we go.
All right, would you guys rather know how the universe began or ends?
You know, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let you go first. Always taking the lead. Maybe that way you have a chance to win.
Okay. The beginning of the universe is the most important event in history, right? Everything came from it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you agreed?
I'm just listening.
It defines everything. The laws of physics, the laws of matter, formation of matter, the conditions that made life possible. If we truly understand how the universe began, we can unlock the keys to understanding why things work the way they do.
Uh-huh.
More importantly, knowing the origin allows us to simply predict multiple possible endings, whereas simply knowing the end would just leave us with a conclusion, not an explanation.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I didn't catch any bit of that. Holy hell, that was boring. Okay, so I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like... What?
Yeah, I need to put it into layman's terms for you.
What?
How will you understand?
Over there on your pedestal, flicking your finger around. Yeah, I see you.
This is not about him. How are you?
How can it not be about him? Look at him. I mean, they can't see him, but I can. Anyway, as I was rudely interrupted.
What's going to make you understand what I said?
Oh, nothing. I just wasn't paying attention. So, it's all about the end, bro. Every good beginning has to have an end. Okay, without the beginning, without the end, there is no beginning. Without the beginning, there is no end. But the end is the most important part, how everything finishes.
Yeah, but if we understand how it starts, we might be able to manipulate how things are created.
Yeah, and if we also know how it ends, then we can, go back and change what we need to make a good end. If it's a crap end, then obviously you want to go back and do something like better to make it.
What if it's an ending you can't change?
What if, man? Ooh, what if?
You always say what if.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
What
I
if?
said was a legitimate question. What if? You're throwing a lot of ifs in there. Okay, well, what if?
Okay, what if the end, you could not change it?
And
What's the point in knowing it?
what if knowing the beginning wouldn't be able to change the end?
It's not about changing. It's about which would be better to understand.
Oh. Yeah, so I wasn't paying attention.
Which is more valuable.
Yeah, definitely the end.
Knowing the end just tells us what happened.
Knowing the beginning only tells us how we started.
And why.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Just because we know how it started doesn't mean we know why it started. Shoot, people think they know how the world began, but they have no idea why.
I mean, some
Yeah.
people do.
Fair point.
Some people believe and know why.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's some people. I'm talking about it from a scientific standpoint, not a religious one. Try to eat my foot. All right, next question.
Wait, no.
What?
The end of the
you got
universe
something
only
to say?
makes sense if we understand where it started.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I don't think so. You tell me, Sean. What do you think? I swear, this is your one chance.
I think I'm unbiased.
Whatever. He's not helping.
And
Look,
you won last week.
How do I get you to understand that my ways is the best way? It's like a dog, okay? You know, you can try to make a dog understand why you're doing the things that you're doing for the dog's benefit, but the dog will never understand. It doesn't understand the greater good, Derek. You don't understand, okay?
But knowing how the universe began is like knowing how it runs, the code.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay, Bubba. It's okay. All right, next question.
All right. So, would you rather have life with no regrets or life with no risks?
No regrets or no risks. I'm gonna say no regrets, man.
No risks.
Shut up. It's my turn. I'm talking.
No risks.
No regrets. A life well lived. If you don't take the risk, how is something good gonna come out of it? If you don't take that step, how are you ever gonna know? If you don't take any risks, that sounds boring. Come on. Give me an example. Let's hear it.
Isaac's arguing for a world where people can still mess up and there's no repercussion for it. That's reckless. Just
Okay.
like you.
No.
Reckless.
I'm not reckless. I'm adventurous. Okay, there's a difference.
When was the last time you went on an adventure?
About 5 seconds ago. Coming here to this place. Dear God, you guys can't see it, but that porch outside, holy God. It's like an adventure just getting up that thing.
I'm trying to repair it.
Well, it's not repaired.
In my world, bad decisions don't exist in the first place. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
With no risk. You never have to learn things the hard way because the hard way doesn't exist.
That sounds so boring. Okay? The parts where you mess up and where you make mistakes, that shapes and forms who you are as a person. If you don't have any of that and it's just peachy keen perfect all the way through, that sounds like a dull, boring life, and not to mention your personality is probably going to be like that of a potato.
Let's talk about what Isaac really wants.
A potato, Derek.
He wants a potato.
No, I'm saying your personality would be of that of a potato.
No.
Now you're putting
What you want is a world where people can steal, cheat, lie, and they don't feel bad about it. They just sit there and eliminate the regret altogether by making sure no bad outcomes ever happen with risks.
You are putting words in my mouth, sir. Okay, I didn't say I wanted all this bad stuff to happen, but people need.
No, yeah, I think you want. I think you personally, you want the ability to lie and cheat and steal, and they're not, and you just everybody's okay with it.
Why would I want that? Why would I want that? Why would I want to lie and cheat? Okay, lying I can see, but cheating and stealing? I don't cheat, man. I don't steal.
You don't cheat.
No. I win. That's all I do. And if that means I have to lie a little bit to win, I mean, God will forgive me later.
That's cheating.
Repent. Huh?
It's called cheating.
No, it's not cheating. It's winning.
By lying.
No, that's not cheating. It's just stretching, stretching a little bit. Stretching the truth.
Every week, changing definitions of words.
I'm not changing crap.
At the end of the day, my world eliminates failure completely.
Okay. Well, your world doesn't exist. Now does it?
Every choice is a good choice. Every risk is a safe one. And every goal is guaranteed.
That sounds boring and dull as crap. I'm pretty sure,
Will you get everything that you want?
You're not going to get anything you want. It's going to be dull and boring. I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to get that PS5 because there's a risk that it might explode. I don't want to make that mistake. It's going to be perfect, so I'm not going to get that PS5 because it might explode. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna buy this soda because it might pop whenever I open it.
This is what I'm saying. There's the world with none of that. No risk.
No risk. Exactly. That's lame. That's boring. Golly. You know what? I'm not gonna drive because I don't want to take the risk of getting in an accident and dying. I'm just gonna stay at home. I'm not gonna go nowhere. I'm not gonna go to work.
But there's no risk, so he's not gonna be saying that.
Yes.
He's gonna be saying, "I'm gonna go to work because I don't have any."
You would be changing the fundamental of everything if you were to say that there is no risk. Like you just take away risk from everything. That's not how the question works.
So ask yourself this:
if you want to live life to how I want science to work for me.
Ask yourself this. Do you want a world where every choice
is dull, boring, and stupid? Yeah, go right ahead.
Or every choice works out.
Live a life where you take the risks, like love, for instance. Can't get into a relationship where you love somebody without taking a risk, without risking of getting your heart broken. Now can you?
Or do you want a world where people still fail, but they're just too numb to care?
I never said anything about being too numb to care.
The choice is clear.
No, you're putting words in my mouth. I think the choice is very clear. No regrets, baby. No regrets. All right. Clearly, somebody's delusional. All right, next question.
Right. If you remove all the flaws from something, does it really lose its character? Kind of following that last question.
Our flaws are our character. Strip a person of their flaws, and you don't just improve them. You erase everything if you take their flaws away. You take away who they are.
That's so interesting because just a second ago, you said you wanted a life with no risk, no flaws. But how is flaws a part of the character if it has no risks, Derek? Yeah, that's what I thought. I won that last one. Look, he just agreed with my point with this question.
Think about it. What makes a person interesting? What makes them real? We're not backtracking to another question. We're gone from that question, so we're going to this one.
Yeah, whatever.
It's messy, complicated, sometimes frustrating, but it sets them apart. It's who they are. Their flaws.
Yeah.
The way they lie and make up things. That makes them who they are.
Makes you think like, no regrets.
Golly. Are we still on the second question?
No, we're not. We're not. Go ahead. No.
So if you take away from Isaac his cheap conspiracy theories, his
Hey, my conspiracy theories are tasteful.
lies, his made up definitions, then what is he? He becomes a good person.
Just a blob.
He becomes a good person then.
Just a blob.
So you think if you take away the flaws from somebody, they're not a different person?
What? No, you just said that the flaws are what make them who they are.
Yeah, so if you take them away, they're not who they are. What you're saying.
No, now you got me confused. that they're not who they
Yes,
are.
the question was, do flaws define a person's character?
You said it does.
Yes. So you're saying that it doesn't. So if you could take somebody's flaws away and they would still be the same person.
I mean, essentially, deep down,
What do you mean essentially?
yes, you take their flaws away, they'll be the same person. Maybe not as good as a person as what they could have been, but they still.
So he's agreeing.
Person.
He's agreeing with me.
No, I'm saying the opposite. They would be the same person if you took the flaws away. You're saying they wouldn't.
No,
be the
they wouldn't be. No,
What?
they would not be the same person. If you took their flaws away,
No, they would be. They would.
they would not be the same person.
No, they would be the same person. Or are you saying that?
No, they wouldn't. I'm saying no, they wouldn't.
Yeah, and I'm saying that they would.
Yeah, I'm saying
Why are you making this harder than what it needs to be?
because it's a debate,
Oh my god.
and I'm right.
Oh. You're stressing me out.
Imagine your favorite movie, book,
we're
television
not
show,
done with
historical
this.
figure. Now imagine them without their flaws. Imagine the villains or the heroes without their flaws.
Yeah. It'd be straight awesome. It'd be perfect.
How would
That
they learn
perfect
from
little
any
world-
mistakes
Like
then?
that perfect little world you wanted in the last question. You said it yourself.
Perfection isn't human, it's robotic.
Not in your perfect little no-risk
No, all you said was that it was boring.
mundane. Yeah, absolutely.
But that doesn't mean that it's not, like, it doesn't work.
See, now you're backtracking. Why are you talking about last question, dude? We're clearly on a different question.
Oh,
Dude, like
it's happening again.
you need to grow up.
I need to grow up.
You need to grow up. So obviously, they would be the same person. They wouldn't change if you take the flaws away. Only because the flaws help them improve. They make them a better person. It doesn't mean that it changes them.
Yeah, you're trying to get rid of their growth.
I mean,
You
I
want to
didn't say I
that.
wanted to get rid of their growth. I just said that
That's what would
the
happen.
question is if it would they still be the same person? Okay, not what I wanted.
But not only that, the flaws make us relatable.
Yeah,
Like, your flaws, what you struggle with is what maybe I struggle with, and we connect with each other.
there's other things
don't
that
have
can be relatable. Your likes, your dislikes. That's relatable. I didn't start becoming your friend because of your freaking flaws.
But you don't hate me because of them.
Yeah, no, I don't. All right. I think we should move on.
Okay, well, we'll have a winner from that one mixed with the next two segments. I mean, they're not really debate segments, but there will be a winner.
Yeah. Oh, there will be a winner.
Next segment will be one we call Front Page, which is where I give Isaac some headlines that I find of actual news stories that have happened this week. And we're going to see what Isaac thinks about them. And we're going to see if he can decide if someone was in the right or someone was in the wrong, or if there was anything to decide at all.
Oh, bring it, dude.
Now,
All right,
before-
I'll up here.
Before you guys get to that, I got one. It's pretty big right now.
Okay.
Uh,
So Starbucks is getting sued $50 million, and they're having to pay the delivery driver because of a hot tea that gave him third-degree burns. So there's video footage of what happened. The lady goes to give him 3 cups full of hot tea, I presume. Gives it to him. That's when he spills all over himself. Who do you think is in the wrong?
okay, let me ask: Did it spill during the transfer, or did he already have it and then it spilled?
It spilled while it was in the car.
Oh, that didn't
So-
answer my question fully, though.
As he grabbed it, it was in his car. It was spilled. Third-degree burns. Who do you think is in the wrong in this case? The court's already ruled it in favor of the delivery driver. So I just want to know.
I
what you guys
would-
think.
I would also agree with the delivery driver, but this is your agreeing and disagreeing.
Okay, so, well, this one's from him, so it's a little bit of both. We can both agree and disagree. Okay, so I need to clarify this. Okay, during the moments of this happening, is it she hands it off to him, he grabs it, and then it immediately spills into his lap, or he starts to drive off after having it, and then it spills into his lap?
So what happens is there's an initial transfer of the drinks in the
Yes.
cup holder. So they are given, held out.
Uh
He grabs, takes them away,
huh.
gets into his car.
Yeah.
And what it looks like to me is that there's a reel back of what could be an initial droppage of hot tea, right? And then that's when he fell over himself, and then he ends up plowing into someone else, I think.
No, that's
So-
his fault. That's his fault. If his
Well,
arms were moving,
Maybe the plowing into somebody else.
he said he took and moved it back into his car. When he has the motion of moving, it's his fault.
I believe what his
Second.
argument was the lids were not properly fastened. And I think they also have to do something with lowering the temperature at which they give the tea out.
Okay. Well, how can they? Well, okay. Obviously, that tea was scalding. If it gave him third-degree burns, ooh, that's a toughie.
I mean,
If they can somehow prove what the temperature of the tea was whenever it was delivered to him, if it was outside of those safety regulations, then I feel like it would definitely be on the store. But I mean, negligence on his part of say if it wasn't, it was within the boundaries, and he was just a little butterfinger and decided to and spill it all over himself. Nah, I feel like that's what workman's comp is for, man. He's a delivery driver. He's on the job.
he's not their delivery driver.
No, but his own job. That's what they covered.
His motion poured the drinks on him.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Sure.
said he should have workman's comp through the delivery service.
Yeah, through his job.
That's a little better. I thought you were saying that Starbucks should pay for him.
Oh, I mean, not okay. Like I said, the only reason that Starbucks would pay for him is if only, they were outside of what the typical regulations would be for the temperature of that tea. If it was some kind of malpractice on their end, then I could see it. But other than that, nah, brah. You better hold on to that tea better next time.
Well,
All right, let's get started on this segment.
if I can find. All right. So this is one that's kind of weird, but it's actually happening.
Okay.
So there's always been a story of alligators being in the sewers in Florida,
Mm.
and apparently it's true. Workers find out that there are alligators in the sewer.
Okay.
So do you think that this is real, or this is made up?
Let me see. Where's that website? New York Post.
The New York Post.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't trust media.
You don't think this is
really
true?
Trust media. I mean, it looks real, but again, like Photoshop exists, AI exists. I mean, that could be just a well AI documented photo, and they'd be like, "Oh, alligators are in the sewers. Watch your kid. Don't let your kids go down in the sewers and eat mangoes."
Why would kids want to go to the
Hey,
sewers?
you've never eaten a mango down in the sewer?
No.
There's something about like the mix of the smell with the fruit that just. Okay, hey, we're getting off track. Anyway, so do I think it's real? I'm gonna give it a 50-50. It could, it like it might be real, it might not, but I don't trust it. I don't fully trust it, not unless I see like more proof other than just like whatever this is, like a partial photo of like an alligator.
This.
I mean, I don't know.
This is what Isaac sees. You can't see it that clear, but there's an alligator there in the sewer. And he says 50-50.
50-50. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's possible. Nobody thought the Ninja Turtles existed, but they're there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, here's one. This guy, he claimed some injuries. When he got to the hospital, he had some very significant injuries. They said were car crash injuries. He says he tripped over his cat, but received car crash injuries.
Okay, let me ask: is he in a relationship or is he married?
I don't know if it says.
Because if he's married, that man definitely got beat.
Do you want me to tell you his injuries?
Sure, let's hear it.
Broken neck, fractured spine, smashed ribs, blood in his lungs, and other car crash invoking injuries from tripping over his cat.
Do I think that it? I think the cat's a cover up because his wife and/or girlfriend is beating the hell out of him at home. Just absolute beating the living daylights out of him.
I mean, he is from Britain.
For sure, then. Hey, shoo. One look with those set of chompers, yeah, I'd probably smack him too.
I guess you could say for him, since he tripped over his cat, it was Apocalypse Meow.
Oh, dude, that was lame. That was lame. Apocalypse Meow.
Does it seem that lame?
That's really lame. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. 2 men found guilty in $6 million golden toilet heist as English Palace, where Winston Churchill was born, or at where he was born. So 2 guys stole a $6 million gold toilet from Winston Churchill's palace, where he was born. Do you think that was a bad thing those guys did, stealing that toilet from?
Do I think it? No, I thought it was like, what do I think about the situation?
Well, I mean, you can think about the situation too. Whatever you want to say about it, say whatever you want.
A golden toilet? Like, first of all, who in the world would want a golden toilet? Like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's not that I don't love a warm toilet, but I don't want a toilet that's going to be so freaking cold when I sit down that it's going to be like, every time I try to take a crap. That's what you're going to get with a gold toilet.
So you don't think that they're getting the toilet to sell it?
Oh, I mean, yeah, if they stole a gold toilet, yeah, they're going to sell it.
So what does it matter if they sit on it?
I'm talking about the people that have the toilet. Like, why? Why would you buy a gold toilet? That is like, you might as well just have gold toilet paper to go with it, so you can wipe your gold-plated butt cheeks. And then ingest flakes of gold so that your poo can be golden as it goes down the golden toilet. Nah, man. Good for them.
Okay.
Good for them. They're gonna be rich off
This
of
past week,
of a
St.
gold
Patrick's
toilet.
Day, right? They dyed the water gold. Sorry, green in Chicago. And how do you think the fish felt about that?
Yeah, they probably felt a little Irish.
They did.
Yeah,
You think they started looking for pots
looking
of
for
gold?
leprechauns. Yeah,
They started drinking a lot.
yeah, probably. I mean, have you not seen like fish drink fish beer?
No.
Yeah, they have like this whole ecosystem of like beer that they ferment and make so that they can get they can have their own celebrations.
Well. All right. Well,
But what do you think?
fish celebrate St. Patrick's Day because they're Irish and they drink beer.
No, just the ones there. Like
Oh, just the ones in Chicago.
Oh, I thought we were talking about. Oh, this is Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. I thought we were talking about fishing. Like
So what do
Ireland.
fish in Chicago do?
They're probably just high off of contact buzz, just from anything that gets into the water. I mean, God. I mean, that city's like a cesspool. I mean, isn't it Chicago known for like some of the highest crime rates?
So you think the fish are
High.
committing crimes?
No, no. I'm saying that they're high. They're not even gonna notice. They don't care. They're just like, they can't tell.
All right.
They don't know.
Last one.
Who cares? Why? Who cares about the water being dyed green?
I want to know how you feel about this because I know this person was really near and dear to your heart, and it was sad news that came out. But
Gary Busey?
This year, no, not Gary. I know he's a close second, but he's still kicking. South Carolina apartment complex holds vigil for Walter the alligator.
Who the heck is that?
Walter the alligator.
Who the heck is Walter the alligator?
Everybody knows Walter the alligator.
No. I don't.
Yeah, man.
Who's Walter the alligator?
He was an alligator that just hung outside of an apartment complex.
Very
popular.
Why would he be near and dear to my heart, first of all? And second, like, why would I care? Well, who's letting an alligator just chill outside an apartment complex?
People in South Carolina?
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
What's wrong with South Carolina?
Well, nothing. I mean, just South Carolina, Florida, they're known for gators, so,
I just thought it'd be near and dear to your heart about how much you love alligators. You love animals that have, like,
I think you were getting
character names, and you love people named Walter.
I don't know a single person named Walter. Second, you're getting me confused with somebody else. I don't even like alligators. I like the way they taste. Shoot, you cook up an alligator steak. Oh,
You would eat Walter.
yeah. I would straight no regrets.
Well, why don't you get on the phone, call them up, and see if they have any of them left.
Oh, okay. They're gonna have me called the alligator.
No, unfortunately, as much as that would be entertaining,
They probably buried him. The meat's probably no good. When that happened?
2 days ago.
Yeah. Actually, I highly doubt they refrigerated them. So yeah, meat's no good.
Hey, it's not good.
I
You
mean,
ever seen
it's
those
probably
people in
not
like
good.
Norway and stuff that like
Do I look Norwegian to you?
tie sharks up in like a what looks
Do
like an
I look
outhouse?
like I want fermented meat?
Kind of.
This is exactly why you got slapped last week. Okay.
That was uncalled for.
No, that was completely justified.
We talked about this.
Talk about it. Hey, guess what? I don't care.
All right. Well, you can decide if Isaac's compassion was shown and if his decisions, and Sean will decide too, whether Isaac was correct or not.
Nothing.
But we're going to move on to our last segment of today, and that is Isaac's story
This is where I
time.
get to shine.
We're naming this State Your Case.
State my case.
Because Isaac's going to state his case of why he believes certain things he does, why he does certain things he does, why he...
No, we're just going over conspiracy theories today, okay?
Okay.
All right. So,
What's a conspiracy theory that you believe in?
first and foremost, one of the biggest, well, maybe not biggest, but one of the conspiracy theories that I hold near and dear is pigeons. Okay. Hear me out. Pigeons used to have jobs, but they went on strike, and now they just exist out of spite. Yeah.
What?
Pigeons were originally government employees trained for surveillance, mail delivery, air traffic control. You know, one day they unionized, demanded higher wages, and when the government refused, they all quit at the same time. You know, that's why pigeons just stand in the middle of the sidewalk doing nothing. They, refuse to work, and they don't leave either.
They refuse to work.
Yeah. Why are you laughing? I'm being serious. It's not funny.
Have you talked to a pigeon?
I mean, via my mind, yeah, a little bit. I mean, most of the time I just get a... But sometimes words come out.
It's astounding.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
No, that you believe that pigeons once worked for the government and now don't have a job. And so they walk around in cities because they're lazy.
Yeah.
And because they're holding up the middle finger to the government.
Everybody knows that. Okay. So, next conspiracy. The reason we can't find aliens is because they are really, really small. All aliens, I mean, you guys probably don't know this, but all aliens are microscopic, and they've been living on Earth this whole time, right under our noses.
Where?
Where? Under our noses.
Right here.
Yeah, right here.
They live under people's noses.
Yeah, they're right here.
Because they're so small.
They could be anywhere, okay? You ever watch Ant-Man and the Wasp? The quantum zone or whatever? That's where they live, bro. But then they can get bigger and then smaller.
They change their size.
They can. They have the technology. So NASA keeps looking for big, green humanoids. Meanwhile, there's, like a tiny little dude named Zord on your fingernail screaming for help. But you don't know it because he's too small. See, Zord's right there right now. Help. Help. He was too small. The flick didn't touch him.
Of course it wouldn't.
So, just think about this, guys. Every time you wash your hands, you're probably committing genocide.
I mean, yeah, on germs.
See? I just had an alien tickle in my nose. Third conspiracy. The Leaning Tower of Pisa wasn't built that way. It just slowly was trying to sneak away.
Oh, come on. A building.
Yeah. It's trying to sneak away. Okay, look, the Tower of Pisa wasn't leaning when they built it. It tilted over time because
of gravity.
Because it's trying to escape Italy, but doesn't want anybody to notice.
Where does it want to go?
Away from Italy. I just said it. And that is another reason why no one is fixing it. Engineers secretly respect the hustle. And one day we'll all wake up and the tower will just be gone. And Italy will pretend like it never existed.
How is a building moving if it's not alive? Besides gravity pulling on it.
I don't know, man.
So you're saying out of all of history, the only building that's ever wanted to move and leave is the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
I'm not here to give answers. I'm just here to plant seeds. To plant doubt.
What does that mean?
Whatever you want it to mean, Ben. whatever you want it to mean. So, next one. The Bermuda Triangle. Okay. Not a lot of people know this, but
I wonder if this one will be reasonable.
the Bermuda Triangle is just where the Earth forgot to load the next part of the map.
Nope.
Yep.
Not reasonable.
The Bermuda Triangle isn't dangerous, it's just where the game developers of reality forgot to program the next area. I told you, we're living a simulation, man. A real-life simulation.
If we created a simulation and we're living in it, why can we not finish the Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know, that's speculatory.
But
But
DLC?
it could be. You never know. They could be dropping the next DLC in 2050. all those lost planes and ships are going to pop out of nowhere. So the planes and ships, they don't disappear. They just fall into the unrendered void. That's why no one ever live streams from there, because the second you get too close, the game crashes. And it's
People have
game over.
lost loved
Game over
ones.
for them.
People have died from going to the Bermuda
they're not
Triangle.
dead,
And you're
they're just-
taking it lightly.
They're stuck. They're
by
stuck.
You're taking it lightly by acting like it's part of a video game.
We're in a simulation.
And simulation, yeah. All these tragic events simulated.
Uh-huh.
Hurricanes,
I don't
9/11.
I don't understand.
It's all fake.
Okay, first of all, 9/11 was an inside job.
An inside job in a fake
Two.
game.
Two, the Titanic never crashed, it just turned into animals.
How does a ship turn into living creatures? And what, in just the middle of the ocean?
Yeah.
Just turned into what kinds of animals?
I mean,
You're in the middle of the ocean.
sea creatures, obviously.
Just
Yeah.
starts falling apart into polar bears, penguins.
Again, this is why it's a conspiracy theory, okay? The ship never truly existed. It was a cruel ploy set up by animals to like makeshift their bodies into like what we thought was a boat. And then at the perfect time, disperse. Anyway, alright, so next conspiracy.
Oh my god.
Ice cubes are actually tiny batteries that recharge water. Alright, water isn't just H2O, it needs energy to stay liquid, and that's why we have ice.
No,
You ever notice how
it's not why we have ice.
Shh. You're interrupting me. Have you ever noticed how... You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Have you ever noticed how warm drinks get instantly colder when you put ice in it? That's because ice is recharging the water.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the ice being cold.
It's recharging the water's cold meter. So if you put too much ice, the water overcharges and turns back into a solid.
So if, say you put I don't know, what happens when the drink is just sitting there and it's just getting hot? You put ice in it and recharge it.
Yeah.
To cold.
Yeah. It's cold meter. I don't know how it works, man. It's just it's a thing. It's a thing. Next conspiracy theory. Horses are just really stretched out dogs.
No, they're not.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
DNA proves you wrong.
What DNA? Where? Show me.
From their
Show me.
bodies.
Show me. How do I know that they really got their DNA, huh? And he starts looking it up. Horses and dogs were the same animal until the Middle Ages, when people started stretching them. That's why horses still look guilty like dogs when they get caught doing something dumb. And not to mention, if a horse is put in a really small box for long enough, it'll turn back into a dog. That's been proven.
Oh, I'm glad this is not an arguing session.
Yeah, you're right.
Because there's
'cause
absolutely no way.
you would lose. Next.
I'm
Next.
guessing I would.
Next is clouds. So clouds are just smoke from a gigantic invisible train that's been running since the beginning of time. Not a lot of people know that.
Why has there been a train running since the beginning of time?
Have you not ever watched the movie Old Yeller?
Yes.
There are signs in the movie that like point to the train man. The Sandman, train, sand, fire. It all connects, man. It all connects. You know, God, what's that country artist that did Long Black Train?
Josh Turner.
Yeah. Long Black Train.
The Long Black Train is about the train from the beginning of time.
Yeah. Don't go riding on that long black train. So, you know, rain isn't water evaporating or whatever nonsense they tell you. It's just the train's exhaust condensing.
Oh my.
Every once in a while, you can hear the distant thunder. That's just the conductor honking the horn. If you stare at the sky long enough, you'll start to see the tracks.
You don't even believe it, do you?
Believe
You
what?
don't even believe your own stuff.
Believe what?
You don't even believe any of this.
Yeah. I
The
do.
things that come out of your mouth, the things we argue, the things that we like discuss, you don't even believe
Uh-huh.
any of it. You just
Yeah.
you just make it up and cause me to have an aneurysm.
An aneurysm. Really, you're going to have an aneurysm.
Oh,
I do it for the greater good. All right, next one.
well, for the greater good.
Don't touch my mic. Get your hand away from my mic.
For the greater good, we're gonna have to end this episode.
No, absolutely not.
Yes.
We still got more time. We still got more time. All right.
How much time do we have? 5 minutes.
Let's see. Okay, this will be the last one. All right. The reason we have nightmares is because the sky needs to take a break from looking at us.
What?
The sky isn't always blue because of the light refraction. It's blue because it's constantly watching us.
The sky.
Yes. After 12 straight hours of looking at humans doing dumb stuff, it needs a break, so it turns off for a few hours. That's why dreams are so weird, because we're actually seeing what the sky is dreaming about while it sleeps. God, that one was terrible. Okay.
How do you? The sky has dreams while it sleeps, and they're
Yep.
scary, and that's why we get them,
Yep, that's why we get nightmares.
and we see them.
Yep, we're seeing what the sky is dreaming about.
Man,
Look, your
Man,
small little pea brain might not be.
he's starting. No. You're starting to sway me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you finally coming around,
yeah, maybe,
dude. We need to have a celebration. Holy cow!
maybe next
Holy
week.
crap!
Next week when I eat those crayons, maybe we can make it in, like cake or something.
Actually, that doesn't sound
Let's
half
celebrate.
bad. Yeah, let's do it. Multicolored crayon cake.
All right. Well, next week we'll do some more debating. Might have rapid fire again. We might have story time. State your case. Front page. You know, who knows?
Yeah, they don't even know. They don't know what any of that is. We're still saying it up. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of our second episode. You know, we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to the absolute nonsense that this man spews out of his mouth. But we appreciate you. We love you all the same. Can't wait to see you guys next time. What?
Bye.
What?